Hey yo, what's good? What's going on, everyone? Everywhere. Welcome back to another video, man. I'm not gonna lie, I'm hype. I'm hype. I've already been looking at a lot of these weapons here, right? A lot of these new weapons. I'm gonna make a video about this as well, going over the good perks, what's good, what's not, etc., etc., etc. Right now, as you see, the new exotic for the dungeon is out, at least on Light.gg in the API, right? So, we can look at this bad boy, man. It's Wednesday, man, and it's already out here, man. Look, this thing is sick. I'm not gonna lie. This thing is absolutely incredible. Let's just read it. First of all, it's called Finalities. Auger. I'm gonna say Auger. I think that's Aug, and her. But yeah, and its intrinsic trait is Rune Scribe's Forge. Alternative weapon action, so I'm assuming that's going to be like, for me on PlayStation, that's when you hold square, mouse keyboard, you kind of do that longer reloads per se, just like the Queensbreaker Bro just got changed over and you use that same button, okay? But with that action, you fire a special projectile that deploys a Rune Scribe turret. That's already sick. So everybody getting turrets, not just a warlock thing. Even though it's a hunter, we set all the traps and do all the stuff like that. We should have a turret, a sentry of some kind. Nonetheless, I guess this is our segue into getting one. This projectile costs 3 ammo to fire. That's a little interesting. 3 don't seem like that much, but we need to see what the reserves on this one are. Now we do see at the bottom here, the magazine's only 6. So that is half the ammo just to get the turret there going, okay? Aim the projectile skyward to provide the clearest sight lines for your turret, which will automatically shoot at nearby targets. Okay. So it sounds like the bolt turret that Warlock just got, kind of. Cool. Okay, cool. It's a turret. We can shoot it kind of up in the air. I'm assuming if we're able to shoot up in the air, it'll stop at some point to just set up shop, essentially, and just keep going. Maybe it's not ground bound necessarily, since it does say skyward. So hey, but let's keep going. Okay, so one of the exotic perks is going to be Rune Scribe Beacon. While a Rune Scribe turret is deployed from the forge there, this turret can paint targets with its laser projectiles. Now, laser projectiles is kind of crazy. This is a solar power weapon. Okay, it's a heavy ammo weapon, solar damage. So the fact that it's already shooting lasers, being that it is a linear fusion rifle, is kind of cool. It almost seems like you're gonna, even though you sacrifice 3 shots of your mag, you're going to get that right back, essentially, with the turret. It's going to be showing a whole bunch of projectiles for you. We need to see how long this lasts. If it lasts like all the other turrets, it's going to last for quite a long time. And that will be fantastic and probably well worth the 3 ammo that it costs. The beacon also says, the turret prioritizes painted targets and fires more powerful munitions at them. That is sick. So it almost sounds like the turret is going to be doing more damage than the gun itself is going to do, which in and of itself is insane, okay? And once we get over to the catalyst and whatnot, being that stuff can just go hand in hand, this thing seems like it's going to be a meta weapon in most setups, really, going forward, especially in the season where linear fusion rifles and fusion rifles are going to be the meta pick with particle reconstruction artifact mod. Now you can do the alternative weapon action again to swap between normal fire and laser fire mode. Now this is going to be interesting because it did say laser projectiles. Most linear fusions have lasers, so that's going to also be interesting. Between what's considered normal fire, is normal fire like a Bleak Watcher turret? Is it like the bolt charge turret? Is it? I'm not sure. It's like an arc soul kind of turn setup. Like, what does that look like for normal fire? Laser fire, we can kind of assume off of that already. So, hey, nonetheless, this looks pretty cool, pretty sick. Now, as we see here, the intrinsics, well, not intrinsics, but the barrel setups, the battery, and the perks are all right here, ready for us to see. We've got arrowhead brakes, so we're going to pull in that recoil to 100. Gives a little more handling too. Particle repeater gives us more stability. I gotta stay on target. Rune Sky beacon that we already talked about, and short action stock gives more handling. So it seems like we're gonna be pulling this one in and out quite a bit. Now it also has the catalyst leaked here as well, and as we see, it's gonna be bait and switch. Pretty much the number one go-to damage perk. I got it over here as well in a whole nother tab if we want to just look at it as is. Bait and switch, for those who don't know, if you've been living in a rock or whatnot, dealing damage all equipped weapons within a short time to give this weapon in particular a damage boost. The damage boost ends up being about 30%. It used to be 35, got a little nerfed to 30%. As we see here, to get the catalyst fully unlocked and online, we're going to need 400 kills. This is a one-time thing though, okay? Do not take this as, oh, every encounter is, you're going to need 400 kills to make bait and switch work. No. You level up the catalyst one time, and that's it. Now, this is quite insane. We even have the lore behind this one here. Finality's Auger. Write the future into the present. Already sounds sick. Access restricted. Description key. And that's a lot of extra right there. We're not even going to say that. Rep number. We have a rep number. Agent True 135. True-135. That's interesting. I wonder who this is. I'm probably have to look up like one of them. My name is Life or whoever to see the lore implication of this. Subject. This benighted thing. That's interesting. That's very interesting to say something like that, being that it looks like this. Benighted. Interesting. It says one, Calco, when word started going around that you know what I thought. I thought, oh good, maybe Truce gets out of this swamp. Maybe Truce gets to use some of that off. Wait, what? This reads very weird. Maybe Truce gets to use some of that time off he's had. Oh, so Truce isn't like Truce like, oh, I'm calling peace, a parlay or whatnot. Truce is a person he's had banked for a century. Interesting. Know what I think now. Doesn't matter. Because Cowlick. Who's Cowlick? But what's Crow's ghost name? Isn't it like Cowlick or something? Or is that other ghost that's been wandering for a while? Well, let me write it down in an official report. Interesting too. Okay, this thing gives me the creeps. Gave it all the standard tests, some extra. I licked it. Whoa. Whoa. You licked it? Buddy, why are you licking it, my guy? Why are we licking it, my guy? This the lore behind this thing? That's how I know it's bone. I mean, I guess you had like some good ribs or something. You can know what bone is and bone not. Sticks to the tongue, stone doesn't. Cut it out my tongue after just to make sure. So don't worry, no contamination, and Cowlick made me a new one, no problem. This whole second one's already kind of weird. There's a lot of raw data. I want you to read over it and maybe send up the ivory tower. It's not that I don't trust my gut. It's that I don't want to. Interesting. What is... I really want to know, who is this agent then? And does this rep number actually mean anything in particular? Who is the rep? Who's the agent? Who is speaking per se? Who is Truce? Because I mean, I've been watching like the videos and whatnot. I don't read all the lore entries personally. I just watch the videos from like My Name Is Bife and what is it, Melvin Games and all other ones. There's like 3 people that do like Destiny lore pretty well. I just watch the videos they put out, and this second one alone is kind of odd. Not heard of something like this happening. Still don't know who Truce is. I remember something about Cowlick. It's supposed to be a ghost. I think he's just been wandering. May have been like, no, because Crow's ghost I thought it was something to do with a pig. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and look. We're gonna all have to look at this, but just to go over it real quick. So we're paracausal, right? Effect and cause all shaken up. No connection. Everything else is connected forward and back through time. Tug on the butterfly here and make a cyclone there. As far as I can tell, this thing made itself spontaneous, a casual generation. Interesting. Okay. My best guess is that there's so much will hanging around that it crystallized. Pure I am and I gotta. Embodied stubbornness. Interesting. Yo, okay. This part, weird. This part, actually kind of fire on the lower part. So I really want to know. I really want to get into this. Maybe with the dungeon and this, the Sundered dungeon here that we're going to be going into. Maybe we'll get a lot more to really kind of piggyback and piece this together with it. That's going to be very interesting. Okay, so 3, all of my informants are useless. So I have to be blunt. Tell me how it went. Drinks, usual place, I'll pay this time, promise. Okay, so they pretty much going to a bar. Alright. Interesting. Huh. This is definitely going to be... The lore on this, and being that this report message ends, open attachment. The lore on this is definitely kind of intriguing. Outside of this whole licking it moan part, that's a little weird. Everything's very intriguing. This gun is intriguing. The fact that we're now able to make rune scribe turrets is intriguing. And did Eris know about this? Is this something that's going to kind of come up because of Eris? And also, I only played... You saw on the stream, if you haven't already checked it out, go ahead and check it out. You saw on the stream what I did so far in terms of the story. Yeah, it looks like Eris got her own throne world, low-key. So, I am very intrigued about this whole thing here. But nonetheless, look, are you excited for this one here? You kind of see we got the 41 impact. This is going to be that 5:33 charge time. I went ahead and pulled up Line in the Sand. This exact same charge time and impact. Okay, so it's definitely going to be like this normal precision frame kind of linear fusion rifle, but with the twist being that it can make being that it can make turrets, being that it has bait and switch, being that it's supposed to do more powerful munitions, and have a normal fire and a laser fire mode. I'm kind of thinking, is normal fire going to be like a normal linear fusion rifle fire, and laser fire is more like a sleeper simulant kind of fire? Don't know. We're going to have to kind of find out as the dungeon comes out, or if anything gets, released or leaked. This right here was kind of surprising to even see that it popped up in the first place. Mind you, this does come from the dungeon. As you see here, it is from the source. Actually, solar is heavy this season. No power cap. It's not craftable and all that. So yeah, without further ado, man, tell me how you feel about this exotic here down below. Are you going to be trying to do the first 48 hours or even day one to get the guaranteed drop of the exotic? I know I am. So if you need someone to run it with, by all means, hit me up. Hit me in the comment section down below. or message me in game. I will try to get everyone going. If you need a clan, I just created a new one with my homeboys, HB Unleashed. There's also going to be a future group channel here coming very, very soon. So HB Unleashed spells just like how I said it is, HB Unleashed. That is what we have in game. If you need people to run with for the new dungeon, by all means, hit us up in game and let's get to running it. Look, man, I'm kind of excited. I'm definitely even more pumped to run the dungeon, especially because I didn't know what the exotic was supposed to be. The fact that we're getting turrets, the fact that they can do all these alternative fire modes and whatnot, do more damage. Seems like it's not ground bound, so we can shoot up in the sky and kind of leave it there and kind of just keep going. Maybe as a hunter, I can throw my tether out, have this turret going, just doing mad damage, have aerodynamic frame, like, oh man, I forgot what it's called. But pretty much have the stasis aerodynamic frame going off, have some special weapon of some kind, maybe a sniper, maybe a fusion rifle to get that particle reconstruction going as well, and then just keep going with the Finality's Auger. But without further ado, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the video out, and yeah, peace and shalom, y'all. Peace and shalom. Man, I'm hyped.